I want to share a situation that I just learned about. A substitute teacher working for Clovis Unified School District here in California threatened to cut off the hair of a Native American boy in the 3rd grade. He did so in front of other educators who apparently thought it was funny and laughed. For those of you not in the know, for Native people, our hair is sacred. It holds deep cultural and spiritual significance. It represents identity, strength, and a connection to our ancestors. I know this family personally, and they all have relatives that survived the boarding school system. This is where the federal government forcibly took Native kids from their families, sent them off to these schools where one of the first things they did was cut their hair. From there, they were taught to hate who they were and forced to assimilate into Western society. The mantra was kill the Indian, save the man. This forced assimilation was an attempt at genocide. So you can imagine how re-traumatizing this was to the family involved here. Let's talk legalities. This is a clear violation of the American Indian Religious Freedom Act, the Civil Rights Act, and the United Nations Declaration on the Rights of Indigenous Peoples. Here's the thing, Clovis Unified has a long history of this type of discrimination against Indigenous students. And the DOJ is already investigating them for civil rights abuses. Here's what the family is asking. They want you to share the story so this never happens again. Also, support organizations like Boys with Braids. Boys with Braids share teachings about the sacredness of long hair and to foster a sense of pride in young Native boys. It's already difficult enough for our children to be raised in a world that is not reflective of their value system. And when we send our kids to school, we expect their culture not to be mocked. Native children deserve respect, safety, and the freedom to embrace their culture without fear, especially from educators. Enough is enough. Let's stand with Native families and protect our children. And this story is far from over. Clovis Unified School District is going to be held accountable for their mistreatment of Indigenous students.